sorry it took me so long to make my first actual video. I've been crazy busy with a lot of stuff around here, and I haven't had any time to do anything I want to do, including clean the house. Oops. So a little bit about me. My name's Amy, and I am 26 years old. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. My husband and I moved up here to Nebraska about a year ago, maybe a little bit over that, year and a half maybe. My husband's name is Josh, and we have been married now for almost 2 years, and my husband is the biggest reason why I decided to do this. He changed my life completely, gave me a reason to want to extend my life. I have struggled with my weight most of my life, if not pretty much all of it. Ever since I hit puberty, I've been overweight, and I can't remember a time in my youth that I was not overweight. It didn't matter what I ate. It didn't matter what I was doing. I was in sports. I was active. I was outside all the time, and I still managed to gain a crap ton of weight in a very short time. And I'm pretty sure I was over 300 pounds by the time I was in high school, and recently maxed out at my top weight of a whopping 427 pounds. I'll say that again. 427 pounds. That started with a 4. Yeah. You know, everybody always seems to think that we choose to be this way. You know, we choose to go and eat, you know, everything under the sun all the time, and we never stop eating, and we do this to ourselves, and this is nobody else's fault but our own. And granted, you know, not everybody makes the best decisions on what they eat, but at the same time, if you are on a diet for damn near 2 years straight and you can't lose more than 15 pounds when you weigh over 300, there's got to be something wrong. It's hard to stay dedicated to something when you don't lose any weight at all, and you just keep getting bigger no matter what you eat. I can watch some of my friends eat, you know, a whole friggin' pizza by themselves, and I'm sitting here chewing on a carrot like, I just gained 5 pounds because I had 2 carrots today. Sorry. It's ridiculous. But it's a real struggle for people who are overweight like me, because sometimes you feel like there's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes you just want to give up, and you can't find a reason to get up every day and keep trying, because nothing ever works. And you kind of come to a point in your life where you expect failure in almost everything you do, because of the fact that you can't even control your own body. And it's a very real struggle, and it's a very tough thing to deal with on a daily basis. So, you know, when you get to that point where you give up, you know, you turn to food, which is at one point your enemy. You turn to it as the only thing that you feel like you can control, even if it's the reason why you can't control your body, ironically. It just becomes a comfort, and it becomes the only thing in the world that you have any control over. And it's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough thing to deal with. So, and it's also really hard when you're so used to eating, you know, big meals, and then you go on this tiny little diet where you have to eat, you know, just a little salad with a crouton and a glass of water and, you know, a grilled chicken breast, and you can't have anything else, nothing else, no cheese, no dressing, just lettuce and chicken, and that's it. Your whole life. And you can only have like a cup of that food. Do you have any idea how hard that is when you're used to eating all the time? All the time. You're constantly used to eating, and it becomes an even more empty feeling than just being hungry when you can't eat anything. And it ultimately, it leads you back into that failure, because you can't focus on anything else except, God, I'm hungry and I want to eat. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. So a lot of people see the lap band as an easy way out of that. They see it as a shortcut and an excuse. You know, you can't do it on your own. Why would you do something like that? But when I am 26 years old, weigh 427 pounds, and I get told that in the small town I live in, I can't have children at our local hospital because my weight would make me such a high risk. They would have to fly me 4 hours away to Denver to be able to give birth to my child. I wouldn't even be able to have it here in the hospital. So that was my tipping point. And I got to a point, I knew if I didn't do something, I was going to die. Because I don't know any women who weigh as much as I do. 400 pounds plus. That was ridiculous and embarrassing. And I was disgusted with myself. Quite frankly, it's really freaking hard to look in the mirror every morning when you know that's what you're looking at, is a 427-pound woman. When you have to stop every 10 minutes to breathe because you cannot keep walking anymore. You have to just stop. Do you know how embarrassing it is when I'm out there with my husband at a grocery store somewhere with my husband and I have to stop and take a breath, and then these people walk by and they look at me and they look at him like, why are you still with her? Why do you put up with this crap? Look what she's done to herself. It's the looks that you get in public. There's nothing that can break your spirit more than judgmental people. And it's really easy for people to say, oh, forget him, just don't listen to him, and, you know, they're not important. And yeah, that's right, you know, true. On one hand, I could give two shits less what somebody thinks about me. Truthfully. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. It definitely hurts. Because you can have something hurt you and then not let it ruin your life at the same time. It's hard, but it's possible. So I decided to get lap band surgery because of the fact that I was having a hard time losing weight by myself. Because of all those issues that I was having with yo-yo diets and not being able to restrict myself on what I was eating, and you know, 90%, well, actually not really, 75% of a diet is portion control and not necessarily just what you eat. Yes, it's important what you eat, but you know, it's important that you limit yourself on that too. Because yeah, you can have whole grain pasta instead of white pasta, but if you eat a whole friggin' box of it, guess what? You're still gonna gain weight. But because of the fact that I was mostly struggling with portion control and being able to limit my intake of food, because I would just sit there and eat and eat and eat, and I never felt full, and I never, Full, to me, was that feeling everybody gets after a huge Thanksgiving meal. If that's how I felt, then I was full. And it takes a lot to get me to that point. Well, it took a lot to get me to that point. So that was where I realized, you know, I needed something to help me. I needed a tool, and lap band is exactly that's exactly what lap band is, as a tool. And it's not an easy fix. It's not an instant problem solver. You still have to work to listen to your body. You have to learn. There's such a difference now, for instance, in how I feel full. Like I said before, I felt full with the Thanksgiving dinner feeling. But now, I eat a half a cup of food and I'm full. And, you know, you have to relearn things like that. And I was banded on March 24th, 2014, which is exactly 2 months ago from the day that I'm shooting this video. And so far, I have lost 34 pounds, and it is continuing to fall off. And, you know, every once in a while, it kind of slows down. It's, you know, like I said, it's not an easy fix. The biggest thing that I'm struggling with, water. I'm drinking enough water. I've never really had a problem drinking enough water, but I'm having a problem with gulping it. You're supposed to sip. You're not supposed to take huge gulps. And I am having a huge, huge problem with gulping water, because when I'm thirsty, I'll just sit here and I'll gulp down a whole, water bottle like this. I'll gulp down half of it in a couple of gulps because I'm just thirsty. I can't do that anymore because it's going to come right back up because it's got nowhere to go at the moment. It gets stopped. But so far, I'm having a lot of luck with the surgery. I'm having a lot of success with it so far. My incisions have all healed up really well, and I can definitely feel a difference. Even with, I say only 34 pounds because, I started off, my highest weight was 427 pounds. So, 34 pounds is a lot of weight for some people, but it's really not that much for me. And even then, with only losing that 34 pounds, I can feel such a drastic difference in how I walk and breathe. And I was so excited the first time I walked around a Walmart, and I did not get tired until we were out in the parking lot again. That was the best feeling in the world at that time, because I've had some really good ones since then. But for instance, fitting into a tighter pair of jeans that I had that I haven't been able to real comfortably fit into in like 6 months. And I put those on and they fit, and I was like, yay! It was so exciting. But, it's those little tiny successes, and, feeling how my shirts are fitting differently, and feeling that I can get into my car now without honking the horn with my belly. Which is one of the most embarrassing, but actually kind of funny things that I had to deal with, was when I would get into my car, my belly would hit the horn sometimes, and I'd honk at somebody random walking in front of my car. They had no idea who I was or why I was honking at them, but I was like, sorry, belly, not me. But, oops. And, now I don't have that issue as much anymore, and I can sit in a lot of different chairs that I wasn't able to sit in before, because I don't feel as worried. Am I going to break this chair? Do I have to worry about that? I can notice a difference in how I sleep. I sleep a lot better already than I did before. Just little things have happened since then, and I'm so excited that I am on this journey, and I'm really excited that I have so much support from my family and my friends. Everybody is incredibly happy for me, and so far I really haven't had any issues with people judging me on the fact that I have a lap band. I'm not afraid to tell people I have a lap band. It's part of who I am now, and that's another one of those things. If you say something hurtful, yeah, it might hurt, but at the same time, it's not going to change what I'm doing. So you might as well not even say it. My decisions are my decisions. They're nobody else's, and I'm very proud of myself for making this decision to get the lap band and to finally start getting healthy. And it's working. It's for the first time in my life. I feel like what I have done and what I'm doing now is the right thing for me. And it's not something that I have to worry. Am I gonna regret this in the end? Am I gonna fail at this? I feel like it's working, and I feel like I can continue to make it work. I'm very excited for my life to continue going the way it's going, and I'm very excited for everything that I have to go through. I will be continuing to make videos. I know I originally said that I was going to try and do one a week. Right now, there's a lot of things going on in my life, which I'll get into in another video maybe if I need to vent. But there's a lot of things going on in my life, and that's probably going to keep me from making a lot of videos. But I am going to make a video every chance I get to keep you guys updated and let you know how things are going, and where my weight is, and when I can fit into another pair of jeans that I've been hiding around in the closet. And if anybody has any questions about the lap band, put them in the comments down here, and I can answer them back as soon as I get a chance. If you want to personally message me a question, that's fine too. I'll answer that as soon as I see it. So that's basically all for my first video. I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you some about me and why I got the band, and basically just introduce me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment section right down here. It's down here. So, alright guys, see you later.